They say you have to start somewhere. Not sure that's true, but here we go. This is a video log of my bodybuilding career. I am IFBB Pro Brent Sager. I've been competing since 2004 with the goal of turning pro. That took a little longer than I wanted it to. I turned pro last year at the Teen Collegiate Masters Nationals, and then went on to compete at the Tampa Masters Pro, where I placed fifth. So I am about 11 days out from the Atlantic Coast Pro, where the winner will qualify for the Masters Olympia in Tokyo, Japan, August 22nd, I believe, of next year. If that doesn't, if I don't qualify there, which is fine, then I would do what I was, the previous plan, which was to go to Toronto and probably in 2026. So take a little bit longer of an off season. So a little background about me. I went to school to be a better bodybuilder. I got a degree in nutrition, got a degree in kinesiology. So it was mainly to help myself, and if I helped others eventually in that field, that'd be great too. And that's kind of this video log actually, is that I'd like to chronicle it, and I think somebody else could possibly get something from the journey, hopefully. Maybe entertainment, maybe knowledge, maybe a perspective they didn't have before. And so let's just dive right into what my check-in process is. I am self-coached and have been my entire career. A lot of it stems from me just liking the science of things, me being able to control that part of things. At this point, that's where the excitement comes, more so than let's just say the training and stuff like that. I love going back and try to figure out some little minute, small thing that I could possibly change to make a difference. Because at this point, I realize that I'm much closer to the end of my career than I am to the start of it. So let's look at the check-in process. I start every check-in with a body weight. I'll generally start meal one and then go to the restroom and go weigh 199.2 there. Then from there, I will check blood pressure and blood glucose. Health is what we're checking here, but then also the effect of the prep or off season, whatever we're doing, how your blood glucose is doing probably has a lot to do with the food you're pushing or pulling. So we should see a trend of that going down almost regardless of what else we're doing. And I'm using a McKesson glucometer. You can get that at Walmart. I might put a link or whatever in the description of the exact one that I'm using, maybe how to get it. And then I'm using an oversized cuff here for blood pressure. And as we can see, I'm 85 milligrams per deciliter. So that's pretty good for a fasted at this point. But the blood pressure, I believe, is Advocate is the name of it. It's an extra large cuff. Make sure you get that. Most bodybuilders. And my blood pressure is pretty good as well. Next, I'm doing a skin fold test. I will put it into an equation. It's a Jackson Pollock 3 site. As we see, we're testing places that I'm very lean, so not a lot has changed. I'm going with a quad, a pec, and an abdominal 4.9% is what number we get. It's not all that important, but it gives us something to compare. And now I'm going through my progress pictures. I'm just kind of getting a feel for how I'm coming along at this 2-week point. I just want to look at the pictures, want to look at my posing, and just kind of want to take things in. Maybe I'm making some notes about where I think things are, how I think things are coming along. Going through the mandatories. As you notice, I've painted my wall black. That's so that I pop a little bit more. And now I'm gonna compare to 4 weeks out. So I'm kind of seeing what the diet and training is doing and what modifications maybe I need to make. But I'm just getting an overall feel now of the progress over 2 weeks. I would have had 1 week progress, but so I would normally compare this to week 3, but I had an issue with filming or with my progress pictures. So this is week 4. And in some shots, maybe you're seeing things, you're noticing that you're better or worse. Now we're looking at a bedtime or around bedtime and fasted picture or pictures. So now I'm comparing and trying to figure out, do I look better in the morning? Do I look better at night? I'm a little bit fuller there, way more. So that's trying to dial it in, try to figure out what kind of stage look that you're trying to go with more. So is it something in between? Are you just hands down better in the morning, hands down better at night? A lot of it's a negotiation. It's a give and take. That one thing's in, other thing's not. Now I will look at my training and I will see the trends there as far as does it if I'm losing body weight, is it showing up in performance? If I'm not, that's an indication that things are holding as far as muscle's concerned. So maybe I can pull down a little bit more. But if I'm seeing some big changes as far as performance drop, a lot of times it's not necessarily muscle in the beginning. It's more of an energy thing, that you just don't have the energy. And if that's the case, then muscle will follow, though. You can't have a low performance and not eventually lose muscle. Now we're looking at my diet. And as you see, I'm trying to figure out where to pull. I feel like I can pull with my pictures, with my workouts. And so that's in yellow is where I've decided to pull and make some substitutes. It's kind of easier for me for the next week to know the little changes that are made to the workout and the off day. So I'm pulling some carbs, pulling some fats, making sure my protein stays very similar. So that's what a 2-week out check-in looks like for me. I realize I skimmed through part of it, or some of it, but there's a lot of information there that you're trying to look at to assess things. And so hopefully you got something out of it. As far as coming videos, next we'll look at my diet 2 weeks out and then get into my training. So thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestions or questions, you can leave it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram. So, all right.